Hi, I'm Kathy Feltz,
And I'm Jody Pear.
and today we're going to talk to you a little bit about one of our favorite books, our Simple Abundance book. And we picked out a little, it's May 12th is what we picked out to talk about. So if anybody has the book at home, you can go ahead and follow along. And I believe Jody's going to start us off.
Yeah. Okay, so what caught me is the first sentence. Okay. Um, so Sarah writes, thousands of years ago in ancient China, practitioners of the mysterious art of placement known as Feng Shui advised emperors and nobles on how to bring more harmony, health, prosperity, and good fortune into their lives through inspired interior design. So that feng shui, I love that concept. That excites me. I find it so interesting. But inspired interior design, because that's what I do. And I didn't know that's what I do and that there's an actual name for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so validating to see that in writing. Um, but so what tipped me off or excited me about that writing and about feng shui is because there is a tool in feng shui. And Kathy, I don't know if we talked about this before or if I've ever asked you. Are you familiar with the tool called the Bagawa map?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Bagawa, and it's Bagua. I think I've mentioned this before, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it is a tool that feng shui practitioners use. And I am not a feng shui practitioner. I'm just interested in it. And I've
Mm-hmm.
dabbled in it a little bit in my own space. But when I learned about the Bagawa map, it was like a light bulb moment for me and so inspiring because it is a grid of nine squares. There's just nine squares, and each square is it represents a different area of life's journey. And it's things like wealth and prosperity and things like career and relationships. And so it's areas that are all part of the human experience. And I just never thought of life in those terms and having those, and thinking about it in those categories. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you use the Bhagavad map to place things in your environment, and it represents those different areas of your life and what's important to you. So if wealth is really important to you, then you would want to make sure you are decorating in the designated area that represents wealth according to the Bhagavad map. And I know there's probably like, it's like brain melt when you think about all of that. And there is a lot to it. It is an ancient practice, but I started using that, and I was so inspired by the concept that is what I wrote my book on, and the art of decorating with intention. That is, I am talking about how I started using the Bagawa map to decorate my office cubicle and my home. And I'm telling you exactly how I used it in my book and in the
Mm-hmm.
video course with the same name. Um, but it's just a fun way to look at your environment and to look at the things that you have placed in your environment and to see, is it symbolizing what is important to you? So anyway, self plug there, but
Mm-hmm.
but that is really what tipped me off on this whole new perspective on decorating with intention. It stems from my discovery of the Bagawa map. And so I don't use it so much now. But I sure did when I first started out. I had things placed precisely according to that map. And I don't do that
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I just really have fun with it. But so what have you done, Kathy? Have you done any feng shui in your homes or work or anything?
I have. And like you, I was really attracted to the idea of feng shui. And I love other concepts about energy flow because I think that is so true in your space. What I see in my own home and in other people's houses are where the energy has become stagnant
Mhm.
And stagnant energy usually equals clutter. So things that are stacked up, haven't moved, they're not serving a purpose, and you can feel it when you walk into a room, you know, whether it's your own space or somebody else's space, you can feel that when a room feels stagnant and stale and kind of, it has very low energy. So one of the things that I've used a lot is it's a fix, a cure that Feng Shui uses, and it's moving 27 objects. So I love the idea of this because first of all, it's simple. It's a place that you can start. And you know, when we're feeling stuck in our space, what should I do? This is a way to start. You move 27 items, and it's 27 items that have not been moved in a year. So it's got to be items that have been sitting there and not moved. And it could be books on a shelf. It could be pictures hung on the wall or photographs. It could be knickknacks. It could be furniture. It could be big objects. So moving 27 things in the space, and I don't know why they picked 27. Maybe one day I'll research that. But it is 27. And then when you do that, you change your whole space. So you can if you want, but you don't even have to get rid of any items. I mean, that could be part of it. You could be purging things and moving items out, but it could just be rearranging. So for anyone that's rearranged their furniture, rearranged their room, and how it feels like a whole new place after you do that, that's what that is. You've moved 27 items. And so you've altered and changed the energy in that space, and doing that helps you move forward. You know, it's almost, to me, it's almost like magical that you can feel that energy shift, and it can help you move forward in other areas, not just what's happening in that particular room.
That is amazing. So it could be pictures, maybe, I mean, so I don't know why my mind is going to wall art. So what if you have, like, I change the pictures in front of me frequently. So does that count as moving? Like, so you're refreshing an image, putting a different image in there or a different piece of artwork or something like that?
It counts as moving, but they do have it has to have been there for a year.
Gosh.
So I mean, think about if you never rearrange your furniture. I mean, I know people who they set their furniture one way when they moved in and they've never moved it. So you could move all of that and you just refreshed your whole space. So you didn't have to buy anything, you know, you didn't have to find anything. You didn't have to paint anything. You're just moving things.
I'm laughing because I'm hearing Larry in my mind he often tells his friends in our family that he lives in the enchanted castle because everything moves all the time. Things like, I don't know, I guess my sofa has been in the same place for a year. But I can't find a lot of things in my house that have not moved because I do frequently move things. I like that, the freshness and, that it provides, and whether it's a different look or a different feeling, I do move things frequently. So
Yeah, so you wouldn't need this cure. You already do it.
yeah, well, that's true. That's true. I would say bookshelves, things like that. I don't know. Now you're just making me think about my bookshelves in the living room. I don't
Right?
do those very frequently. I don't arrange the books, but now my mind just went to, I could color
Yep.
code my books. I have
Exactly.
not done that.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing people are doing with books now, which I don't agree with this, but it makes it look monochromatic. They take the book and they put all the books on the shelf like this. So all you see is it's all the same color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like that because I want to see what's the book.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And actually, and now it just caught my eye, the books that you have stacked behind you. That's another a use of books, is to place them, just place them on a surface to elevate different things for your decor. So that's a really easy thing to change up. But yeah, I mean, there's just endless ideas, but you can keep it small. It doesn't have to be anything significant, but just have fun with it. And maybe, so do you know anything about bringing flowers? Actually, I'll show you my flowers. Oh, they're starting to wilt a little bit, but bringing fresh flowers into the space, that is an easy way to freshen things up. Um, have you dove into that at all, about the significance of flowers or plants in the space?
I have, and I recently read it. Now I can't remember. I'm thinking it has to do with abundance.
Oh, yes. Okay. Abundance and nurturing and growth. And do you think Feng Shui related, or just,
Hmm.
is it? Okay.
They use plants and flowers in Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. So here's a thought. So this is something that I would do in my own space, is like take the flowers. So put my book on my desk
Yeah.
and place the flowers on top of it,
Yeah.
and maybe another, like a little element right here. And that right there would create the story and a symbolic message to yourself that you're nurturing your own abundance. That's the story I would create with those two
Mhm.
items.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. And think how easy that is.
It
That's
is.
simple.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Well, this was a fun conversation. I hope it was helpful and gave you some ideas of some simple changes you can make in your home. But count them. So 27. Start with do
27,
27
not
changes.
26. Yeah. 27.
Yes, we would love to hear your feedback and see if you did it. How did it change your space? How did it make you feel? We would love to hear back
Mhm.
from you if you try this. So let us know. So, all right. Thank you, Cathy. Great to see you. And thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Good to see you too, Jody. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hi again. I just wanted to come back and show you the book that I referenced, that I wrote, and it is called The Art of Decorating with Intention, a guidebook to creating an oasis for your soul. And we talked a lot about books on today's episode, so I thought I'll come back in and show this to you. I'm trying to hold my place here. So you will see, here is the Bagawa map that I was just talking about. I wanted to show you a copy of that. And this is, like I said, it's a grid of 9 squares. And you use this to place your items in your space. And so through the book, I'm showing you how I decorate, how I used the map, how I used decorative accessories, how to look at these items as symbolism, and then how to put them together to create a story. And that is what this book is about. I started doing this in my office cubicle, and then it felt so good, and it was so fun and changed how I was feeling, that I started doing it at home as well. And a lot of my coworkers they would come and visit me for whatever reason, and they would ask about my decor, and because it changed frequently, people would notice it. And when people would come into my space, they would just ask me, like, oh, can I just stay here? It feels really good. Well, it felt good because I was surrounded by reminders of my dreams and things that I am working on, in my life outside of my day job. And so it felt good to me, which then made other people feel good when they came into my space. So I'm explaining how I started using this. I did initially start creating worksheets for people to tell them how, and then it just kind of evolved over time, and I turned it into a book. But then here's another example, like how I used it at home. But this sheet here is provided in every section of the book, and it's sort of like a workbook. So this helps you figure out what are the stories that you want to tell yourself, and do you have items already that can help you create the stories that you want? If not, is it something that you need to buy, or can you borrow it from somebody? So it just walks you through, and it's just, a section at a time. each section is related to an area of the Bhagawa map. So that's what it is. This is available on my in my online shop, Essential Pairings, and it's also available directly from Blurb, but you can find it on my website. So anyway, I hope it's interesting to you. And I did also create a video course teaching this same concept and giving these examples as well. So I just wanted to show that to you. So thanks again for watching. Bye. A reading from Simple Abundance, a Daybook of Comfort and Joy by Sarah Bonbronick. May 12th. Restoring a sense of harmony to your habitat. I am told that when the Chinese, who know everything, build a house, they consult the precepts of an ancient science, Feng Shui, which tells them exactly how, when, and where the work must be done, and so brings good fortune to the home forever. Jan Morris. Sarah writes, thousands of years ago in ancient China, practitioners of the mysterious art of placement known as Feng Shui advised emperors and nobles on how to bring more harmony, health, prosperity, and good fortune into their lives through inspired interior design. Based on allowing the cosmic breath or essential earth energy known as qi, which the Chinese believe infuses all of life, to flow freely in harmony with nature, the esoteric seers of Feng Shui offered advice on everything from auspicious burial sites for a comfortable afterlife to the planning of entire imperial cities. Today, this profound and pragmatic Eastern art has been transplanted to the West as more of us become open to living new lives through ancient wisdom. American banks, corporations, and restaurants setting up operations in ancient Asian cities like Hong Kong recognize the importance of hiring Feng Shui consultants to advise them on every aspect of the design process, from the architectural blueprints to the propitious placement of desks, in order to ensure success for their businesses and the well-being of their employees. Catherine Metz, a contemporary Feng Shui practitioner, believes that all of us can make simple and affordable changes in our homes and workplaces that will spark our natural potential to be as alive, receptive, and as focused as possible. In these rapidly changing times, simple Feng Shui adjustments can help bring clarity, peace, joy, and prosperity. Some of her suggestions on how to transcend the mundane through the mystical include having a brass wind chime inside your front door for clarity, having books in plain view as you enter your home to increase insight, hanging a round mirror in your bedroom to bring more love, compassion, and understanding to an intimate relationship, placing flowers in your bedroom, kitchen, and study to cultivate good luck, and hanging a mirror on the wall adjacent to or behind your stove to reflect the burners, which are symbols of wealth and prosperity. If you are stuck in a rut or an unpleasant situation such as sloth, Metz advises moving 27 objects in your home that have not been moved in the last year, which will enhance your ability to move forward in life. While we're attempting to bring more order in our lives, this week offers us the perfect opportunity to experiment with Feng Shui to bring more harmony to our habits. Clear closets and junk drawers, or move furniture around to dust behind it. Trust me, you will literally feel the qi begin to swirl about you as positive energy is released throughout your surroundings. It may seem illogical and inexplicable to rigid Western minds that good fortune can become ours by hanging mirrors or positioning our bed and desk in a certain way. But it can't hurt to be curious and experimental. After all, if we don't seek, we'll never find.